This is Getting Past It, where real life meets real growth. I'm JR, and in 10 minutes or less, we're tackling thoughts, habits, and truths that hold us back. Let's get past it together.
What's going on? What's going on? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Getting Past It, the podcast. I'm your host, JR, and we are back to it. It is Tuesday, and today we are going to be finishing up our extroverted, introverted series. Today we're going to talk about why ambiverts thrive in work and leadership. That's our superpower. That's one of those things that we do very, very well. We can adapt to many different settings, many different situations. Whether it's going into team meetings and being able to engage and interact with our peers, with our subordinates, and those that we have influence with. We thrive in those spaces. We are thoughtful thinkers. If you're like me, you speak when you have something of value to add. You don't just speak for the sake of speaking. Those things are important, right? Because sometimes you can be in a room with somebody that's just talking to talk. And that's typically not the space that we live in. But on the other end of the spectrum, we also do very well alone. In solo work, we can be reflective, we're thoughtful, and we can get the job done. So we can be in a team setting working with the group, or we can be alone. The other thing that makes us great as leaders, at least for me, is regardless of how far removed I can become from being in the representative seat, I try to make sure I don't lose focus of what they go through, what the job looks like for them, the experiences that they have, and also reaching to them to get information, because that's grassroots information. Like when we say we want to hear from the community and we want to go outside and we want to talk to the people and we go get that information directly from them. When we're in a work setting, especially from a leadership standpoint, we can strategize and be strategic all day, but some of the best information in regards to the changes we need to make, how we need to course correct, what customers may be asking for, processes that may be cumbersome or tedious, things that are in the way of making it simple. The best information comes from those people on the phones that are actually ingrained in the work. And I think us as extroverted introverts, we do a good job of understanding that and being able to reach and pull that information from them. Our flexibility makes us effective in dynamic environments. One thing I learned at an early age is that change is constant. We live in an ever-changing environment. And while it also seems cyclical, right? We might move away from one thing and 10 years later be right back to doing something similar because we've learned that there's pieces about that thing that works. But we can shift. We're nimble, right? Whatever the environment calls for in most spaces, we can thrive. Another benefit, and I had a friend tell me this because he was asking me, who I kept up with from yesteryear and how many people I still have relationships with and maintain contact because of different relationships that the individual no longer had, people they no longer spoke to. And what I expressed was I meet people where they are. It's not my job to change you or to try to change you, right? Like when I meet a person, I can tell as we're getting to know each other, is this person somebody that I align with? And I can make a decision early on whether or not this person is going to be within my friendship circle, my associate circle, or just somebody I'm super surface level with, or maybe not speak to at all. Um, but it doesn't come with the hate. It doesn't come with shade or any of those things. It just comes with, do we mesh? I accept you for who you are, but me accepting you for who you are may be me saying I can't be around you because our personalities don't click. It doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't mean I dislike you. It just means I know my boundaries. And I know if me and you continue to engage, we're going to find ourselves in conflict. Or you take the person as they are and you understand that there are going to be some things about the individual that may or may not rub you the wrong way, that you may have feelings about, and being open to have that conversation, but accepting that individual and meeting them in that space. Super, super important. I also think we are great listeners. We listen. We don't talk just to talk, and we don't listen to respond. We listen to understand. And that builds credibility. That builds trust. Right? Because I'm not just talking to you to talk. I want to hear your perspective. And then once I hear your perspective and I take some time to, let that filter and understand where I can add value, or you may have said something that I didn't think of, and I can acknowledge, hey, that's a good point. That didn't cross my mind. Being vulnerable, being open, those things make a huge difference, and they are super impactful. As an extroverted introvert, we also know when to step forward and when to step back, right? When is it time for me to really lead you through this thing? And when is it time for me to kind of push buttons to help you lead yourself? And I guess they're both a form of leading, right? But there's a difference of me being in the driver's seat versus me being in the passenger seat helping you navigate. And understanding the difference. Because if I can get you to lead yourself through whatever you're going through, and I can just be there to help you navigate and give you some different things to think about, I think you're more tied to the progress and the change when you come up with the way you're going to get through it. Super, super important, super, super impactful. Knowing when to speak and when to empower others. Very, very important. We also excel at sensing the moment. Knowing when it's time for us to add our voice to a space, when it's time to show empathy, when it's time to show compassion, when it's time to be stern, when it's time to have that straightforward, direct conversation with somebody in order to get to a point of clarity, a point of understanding. But that all takes emotional intelligence and understanding those things. And as an extroverted introvert, I think we do very well in that space. So, with that being said, all my extroverted introverts, keep being you, baby. Do not shy away from who you are and don't feel less than. Don't feel like you need to change. You are perfect the way you are. All of us, whether you're an introvert, an extrovert, an extroverted introvert, or introverted extrovert, we are all knit perfectly. I'm not saying one is better than the other. We all have our gifts. We all have the things we do well. And we all have areas of opportunity where we can get better. But I celebrate each of you, all of us, for our unique differences and the way we add value to this world that we share. Continue to be uplifting. Continue to be a light. Continue to shine bright. Do not dim your light. Go out there and be impactful. Pour into somebody. Keep working on things. Keep finding things to get past because it's all inside of you. I believe in you. I hope you believe in you. It's your boy JR, host of Getting Past the podcast. I will talk to you soon. Peace.